I live in the city. Yes, the city. As in New York City. For those of you living in a different city, that's just a city. New York City has everything. There is something for everyone, from arts and culture to museums and restaurants. It's like a dream, until it's not. For me, that dream ceases when the temperature drops and old man winter wakes up. To make matters worse, with COVID spreading out of control, this winter has been billed as the Dark Winter. I am already dreading winter's inevitable return without the ominous Grim Reaper-like descriptor. In truth, I have never really liked winter. Okay, maybe on Christmas, but that's just for effect. Complete with a light dusting of snow that will melt by, let's say, December 26th. It's the biting cold that sears any exposed skin and freezes the hair within your nostrils that I can't stand. I suppose that mask I wear will not only prevent COVID transmission, but also those dreaded winter nostricals. It's not just the cold. In the winter, the city grays out, and any snow that accumulates quickly metamorphosizes from a white fluffy blanket into a dirty slushy water trap for unsuspecting pedestrians. Too many times, I've falsely assumed I was stepping onto a solid surface, only to suddenly realize that I've submerged my foot into an icy pool of snowmelt. As a result, I have become the most tentative walker when venturing out onto the street. I begin to notice things at this slower pace, like those little metal fences that surround apartment buildings. At only 2 feet high and spiked, I wonder if passers-by have ever impaled themselves after slipping on an icy sidewalk. Am I alone in this? Incidentally, I also worry that I will fall and faceplant into yellow snow. There is an abundance of dogs in my neighborhood with healthy bladders. The fear is real. Besides falling in or onto something, I am also worried that I will be seen falling by other people. I know this stems from the time my younger self was a movie theater usher. I was sent to clean up a spill a patron caused when one of those supersized sodas dropped and mixed with a vat of well-buttered popcorn. The movie theater was packed with people, but the movie had not yet started. When I saw the mess in the front of the theater, I began to sweep up the starchy, sticky soda porridge. I only made about 2 sweeps with my tiny broom before my foot stepped into a slick of butter. Within seconds flat, I was flat on my back. It was at that moment I heard the theater burst into cheers and applause. Since the movie had yet to start, I knew I was the cause of the laughter. Not knowing what else to do, I stood up like a baby giraffe supporting its weight for the first time and took a bow. The audience roared and shouted, "Do it again!" I was mortified and quickly exited the theater to avoid further humiliation. Now when I slip and fall, the first thing to flash in my mind is, were there any witnesses? I guess I suffer from a sort of gravitational PTSD. To prevent winter slips and stumbles, my mom once bought me this product called crampons. No, I didn't misspeak, and yes, I am aware of what that sounds like. Crampons are like winter urban cleats that you wear on your shoes to provide traction. They work incredibly well crossing the ice and snow, but in order to get outside, I have to cross an expanse of terrazzo floors in my apartment building. Basically, I have the same traction as a dog running on linoleum. For the cost of my dignity, I found when I adopt a penguin-like waddle, I gain a substantial amount of control. I even dread those winter days when it's warm enough to melt the snow. While this may seem counterintuitive, please bear with me. When snow melts on streets and sidewalks, the effect is blinding, giving these hard surfaces a mirror-like finish. Even sunglasses can't shield your eyes from the multi-directional solar onslaught. Trying to navigate along with everyone else blinded by the same glare creates the human equivalent to bumper cars. I hate winter. Perhaps even more than the movie musical Cats. Give me warm, sandy beaches where palm trees sway, and the only thing reflecting back at me are tropical blue waters. I know what you're thinking. But Patrick, won't you miss the change of seasons? In a word, no! I want to live out my days like the hairless ape that I am. Give me a moo or a sarong and soft, balmy trade winds to lift my trailing fabric in the air like I am an ethereal being. Oh, and a pina colada, because I want to make sure I stay hydrated on those tropical shores.